If nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. Thank you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, chosen ones, you already know. I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. Thank you, Dirk. I only want you to take what resonates and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? So only take what applies and leave the rest behind. I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, all right? So be patient with your process. Also, chosen ones, you already know. My voice is too raspy to be whispering, all right? So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume. Now, before we get started, I want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, like, share, subscribes, your gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. Because I don't always get to pause in the middle of my message and what I'm saying to relay those things to you. But when I post you on YouTube, I guarantee I guarantee I'm going to acknowledge you. So thank you in advance. Now, chosen ones, the message for today is prepare for your prayers. You understand? And I have to make sure I say that again. Prepare for your prayers. See, some of you chosen ones, you have done up until this point everything that God asked you to do. He asked you to separate from certain individuals you have, or you're in the process of doing it. Whether or not they walked away from you or you walked away from these individuals, you still have a disconnect from them. There's some of you chosen ones, when it came to that certain job position, you wasn't getting peace in there when you was trying to work on getting your profit from them. Thank you, Liam. So, chosen ones, I do want to say this. There's certain job locations that God was pushing you out energetically. Physically, you no longer wanted to be there. You didn't feel peace around those people. The hours start cutting back, so on and so forth. So you got pushed from that location, whether or not you willingly walked away or God had something happen where they fired you, they no longer needed you, so on and so forth, correct? Now, this goes pertaining to friendships as well. This goes pertaining to family as well. Because just because of the title that they have with you, if somebody does not treat you right, chosen ones, you do not need to be connected to that individual. And that's something that you have learned, right? See, initially, you were placing people on pedestals based upon the title that they had with you. So because they was your mother, your grandmother, your uncle, your lover, you understand, that teacher, your partner, whatever the case may be, you were taught that because somebody holds this title that they have the right to disrespect you. They have the right to treat you any way that they wanted to. So you have carried that on throughout your life too. So now that you're healing you and seeing that that doesn't serve you, that is going to be represented or shown throughout every aspect of your life. And I'm going to explain that, right? Now, I say this, chosen ones, because again, you may have been taught that from your mother or your father. If you questioned them or if you was to speak your opinion, that was disrespectful to them. So say they said something that wasn't true and you corrected them, or you said to them like, nah, this is what it is. They automatically may have deemed you disrespectful, whooped your ass, whatever the case may be, because they taught you and instilled in you not to question individuals that have a certain title over you, regardless if they was right or wrong. So you took their ways and you ran with it. So that big brother that raised you, he didn't even know how to be a father. He had to play a father figure to you. So therefore, you took on ways that were not right based upon ways that they taught you that worked for them. But chosen ones, you have a whole different blueprint than they did. So you were following the blueprint that they set for you when your purpose was different than these individuals. So now again, you're starting to see that because you allowed certain people to disrespect you or talk down to you. But when it came to other people, you was like, no, you wasn't going to tolerate that. And that wasn't true, right? So your mother talked down to you. She talked about your appearance. She talked about as far as your abilities. She talked, and this could have been your father figure too. Your father figure told you that your worth was only based upon what you could financially provide for people. Your father said that you wasn't right because you didn't live according to how he wanted you to do. You made decisions that he didn't agree with, so therefore he shunned you, whatever the case may be. But you still tolerated those people and came up with the excuse, oh, that's just how so-and-so is. And that limited you, chosen ones, because you accepted did that with other people pertaining to positions that they were in. So your boss disrespected you, but you like, oh, well, that's the boss. You just bit your tongue. You dealt with that disrespect instead of moving on to a different location. You allowed them to hold that money over your head, what you thought that you needed to provide for you, your family, and your children, whatever the case may be. You allowed them to disrespect you, so you sat there and depended on a disrespectful individual. That's not right. God's going to align you with your divine crew. So that's why when you checked in, or as soon as you clocked in, you was ready to clock out, because energetically that position didn't match for you. So now you're starting to see that. Even pertaining to family members, chosen ones, again, these are the same people that some of you are around the abusers, the one that violated you, and you still cool with them. You sitting there thinking, oh, because that was so-and-so years ago, that you can still... No, what does that speak for your inner child? Your inner child was violated, disrespected, and put down, and you still are allowing this person to be around you. So that's almost like forcing an abuser to be around a victim to be around their abuser. That's not right, chosen one. So why are you doing it pertaining to you? You're starting to see that if somebody doesn't respect you, somebody doesn't treat you correct, somebody doesn't pour into you, you're no longer accepting that. Now, some of you already have been in that where, no, if anybody questions you, disrespects you, puts you down, whatever the case may be, no matter who it is, you're not going to have them around. That's beautiful, chosen ones. But there's some of you that have not got to that point in time yet where, oh, well, this partner puts you down, but that's your husband, so you're not going to listen. Oh, well, that's your homegirl, so she could say negative things to you and seem like she in a competition with you and never sits there and compliments you. But you said, oh, that's just how so-and-so is. No. You're allowing yourself to be around abuse. You're accepting it. You're encouraging it. So no, chosen ones, again, some of you have not learned that, but some of you are starting to realize that no matter what, it's based upon reciprocation. It's based upon what you're pouring into them. They need to be pouring back into you. Okay. So you're not here to be nobody's punching bag. Now, with that being said, you learned these things. Some of you, again, have already paid it. You separated from that partner that wasn't for you, that was only using you for what you could do for them. You sit there and, again, that was a quality that you had based upon your parents because you gave to them, made sure that they was taken care of. They didn't treat you right. You did above and beyond things for them. They didn't treat you right, nor do the things that you were doing for them for you. But chosen ones, you still sat there and continued to do it for that individual. So when you finally realize that so-and-so or your mother or your parents or your childhood has an impact on what you're going through right now, you disconnect from them and see how it impacts your life positively, okay? So you're no longer letting family use you. That means that anybody that you attract moving forward are not going to be here to do that towards you. They're going to be here to pour into you, okay? So again, we'll get into that. I promise you. We'll get more into that probably tomorrow on live, so stay around. But we're going to stick into the original message. We're going to get back to it, right? I had to set the tone because this means, chosen ones, those of you who have already done the work. So you walked away from that position or you're in the process of doing it. You walked away from that person or you're in the process of doing it. You already put your mind on it. So once you made your mind up, you already made it, okay? So again, you have it in your head. You're going to go towards places that's reciprocated. You worked hard. You're going to get that, whatever the case may be. You allowed God to guide you. Now, I have to say this because this is the moment in time for you to prepare for your prayers. Now, I say that, chosen ones, because there's some of you that did everything that God asked you to do, and now you're starting to get a little bit impatient because the deadlines are arriving, and you feel like, what's going on? You understand? Because you did everything that God asked you to do. There's a little waiting period. You was cool with it, but now that bill is about to be due. Now that rent's about to be due. Now you need that new vehicle. Now you need that new place to move to. Now you need that job, whatever the case may be, right? So now you see that end of the finish line and you're kind of getting a little nervous because, again, chosen ones, it's like you've been patient throughout this process. You trust the process, but now you're like, all right, this is about the time that it should be arriving. Just know that it's on its way. See, you have to know that divine timing is at play, chosen ones, all right? See, some of you have to realize that this is a season where you're meeting your karma. Now, I'll get into more about this tomorrow, about the karmics that you're going to meet, good and bad. Because karmics is not just negative. It's also a good, karma is not just bad karma. There's good karma too. So I'll get into that tomorrow. But right now, chosen ones, there's certain things that you don't even remember doing because that's who naturally you are. So there's certain people, chosen ones, that you assisted way back when. I'm talking about years ago. You either said something nice to them, you encouraged them, you assisted them when they was low, you sat there and pushed them in a direction on the area, served as a confirmation on the area that they needed to go, whatever the case may be. I have to tell you that you're about to be receiving a lot of your abundance, a lot of your opportunities are going to come through a different person. I heard me out, chosen ones. I want you to know that everything you did up until this point, you worked hard for. So again, that person that you seen that was down on their luck and they needed assistance, you financially assisted them even when you didn't have finances within yourself, right? So you could have been limited, but you seen somebody else in a worse position than you. God asked you to step up and help this individual, and that's what you did. So therefore, now, chosen ones, I want you to realize that some of the times you don't even realize that you were helping a guardian angel in a sense. See, God will have angels pop in and out. And just like demons can take over vessels, angels can hop in and out of vessels too. So that person and that stranger that you seen that didn't have no shoes on, didn't have nothing to eat, they sleeping on the ground, whatever the case may be, and you assisted them because God guided you to. You didn't ask God, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, you knew that you needed it, but you didn't question God. You just made sure, like, you sure God? God was like, yep, and you did what he asked. I'm telling you right now, chosen ones, you don't even realize that that person was, of course, down on their last, but that seed that you planted within them with offering and that assistance, I want you to realize it changed their whole dynamic. You complimenting that person when they felt low about themselves, when they was almost on the brink of taking themselves out, you saved them. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize that there's people that you forgot about, that you assisted just because that was naturally you. You did what was naturally within you. So you felt guided to say or do what you did for this individual that you're about to get rewarded for. So this is why I say be patient, because a lot of your blessings and abundance and opportunities are about to come through somebody else that you didn't even expect it. Some of you don't even realize the person that you was talking to was somebody that was in a higher position than you, that was feeling lower than you energetically, and you assisted them. So now they're going to help you get in the position that they're in as well. See, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, God will use everybody as an opportunity. I don't want to say an opportunity because opportunists get hyped when I say that, but every situation or thing that you encounter is an opportunity at karma or energy, right? So what you give is what you receive, right? So every person that you encountered, who you've been to that person is who other people are going to be to you too, right? So I'm telling you now, when that person was down on their luck, you may have felt limited. You may not have felt like you was in the best situation, but you assisted them with nothing, not wanting anything in return. So these are that when I tell you those blessings that you've been giving to people that nobody knows what you did, because you're not the type of person that wants to brag or boast about it. You're somebody that just pops up when God guides you to. You assist that individual and you go about your business doing what else God tells you to. I'm telling you right now, you got rewards that's coming. And it's going to come unexpected. So some of y'all, I always told y'all that Mr. Beast, he's demonic. I don't care what nobody say, he demonic. But there's somebody named, what's his name? Jimmy, I think his name is. He's somebody that both of them are people that quote unquote give to people that are down on their luck, but one does it for show and one's demonic, Mr. Beast, the mark of the beast, all of that demonic. You guys see that energetically. But as far as the other one, he has a love towards him. He really helps people because that's who he is. But yes, he's got attention, but he hasn't gotten as many opportunities as this other person did. He's somebody that goes more so on morals, right? So I say this, chosen ones, because this is somebody that randomly he sees people at stores, or randomly he encounters people and he tells them that he's needing assistance. So whether or not it's a dollar or whether or not it's a conversation. See, these individuals sit there and based upon what they do, they don't even realize that he's somebody that's not in need. He's here to bless that individual. So some of you have encountered people that God intentionally placed there to put you in a position, and who you've been naturally and shown yourself to them is based upon what you're going to be getting them, right? So some of you have been naturally a loving person, no matter if that person has money or doesn't, whether or not that person has this or nothing. You sit there and are the same person to other people as you are to everybody's treated equal, right? Everybody gets that opportunity, correct? Chosen ones, I'm telling you, you've encountered people that, and this is somebody's message. This is why I say, do not sit there and allow your impatience to have you speaking spells against yourself, thinking that you're not going to see it. Just because you applied to that job and you ain't getting no call back yet, does not mean that a job position is not about to get presented. They are preparing the position for you. This is somebody that's getting that office ready for you. This is that person that's vacuum cleaning, scrubbing certain things down, getting certain materials ready for you to come and take this position on. This is somebody that's trying to set the scene up perfectly for you. So when you come, you know that this is a reward for you. See, chosen ones, you're so used to people limiting you and getting one over on you that you don't realize that God is putting people in position to reciprocate the energy that you've been given. I'm trying to tell you. So a lot of y'all, you got job positions that's getting prepared. And it's getting presented through people that you may not have even realized recommended you. So there's certain people putting in a good word for you right now to positions, chosen ones that's about to work out. I'm talking about positions that can put your family in a certain spot where you ain't got to worry about bills no more. You get to sit there and purchase your house. You get to buy your car and pay all the cash out. You get to sit there and have time to chill or relax with your children or your family and friends, because now God's going to give you more, but you're not going to have to do the most in order to receive them. See, I'm trying to tell you, you're about to get rewarded. So just know who you've been. See, there's the difference. Some people just try to do certain things for attention. The camera's rolling, so they try to be nice. They know somebody's watching them, so they try to act right. No, but after a certain amount of time, the truth comes in about them, right? See, you're somebody who's always kept the same love, kept the same heart, helped people, spoke life into them. You've always been playing your part. Regardless of everybody else stepping on you, you still kept that love within you. No matter who tried to sit there and turn you dark or say that you was dark, you kept your light. You didn't let them put out your spark. See, chosen ones, when they were spreading lies on you, that's almost like them trying to blow your flame out. They ain't even realize that the lies that they spread was going to have your flame get even higher and brighter. See, some people don't know about camping, but that's what it does, right? If you start in that fire, you add a little breath to it, what does it do? It ignites it, correct? So they didn't even realize that all the things that they were saying, God was going to make sure that you are an example for these individuals. They were going to be forced to see you in this position. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. There's certain individuals that just you being naturally you, they see that you built for this position that they've been waiting to fill. Whether or not that's they love and they partner, whether or not that's a position as far as a business that they want to go into, there's certain people that see you as the match and the person that they want to invest into. So you got opportunities that's coming. I'm telling you now. So know that your blessings are coming based upon things that you did prior to this. So when people say you're kind of scared, see, don't allow yourself to speak no fears on you or speak spells on you because you are so used to people doing things to get something. No, chosen ones, you did something to get what this is about to get presented. See, God put this person in a position to assist you. The people around them were so individuals. The people around them didn't show love to them. The people around them really wasn't for them. And here you come, a stranger who don't even know what they was experiencing. And you allow God to guide you, say what you needed to say to them, do what you needed to do for them. And they see that you are in position to get the things that they have the ability to give you. So I'm telling you now, there's some of them that they had family or friends that they try to put in a position, but those people just wanted to use them. They didn't want to work to keep things up. They didn't really want to invest in themselves. They just wanted that person to provide for them. So now guess what, chosen ones? They're getting guided away from those individuals, and they're going to give you the opportunity. And this opportunity is going to feed legacies and longevity. I'm trying to tell you, lifetimes and lifetimes to come. So right now, you may feel like you down to the last. I'm trying to tell you, this is almost like I'm Kobe in the fourth quarter. You already know. This that Ray Allen in that fourth quarter. That's that Michael Jordan in that fourth quarter. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. Right when you feel like you down to, or you down and you sitting there trying to figure out what you about to do, God's about to put certain things in the right one's hands. I'm trying to tell you, and you're going to splash that 3-pointer and you're going to get ahead. So not only are you going to get what you're asking for as far as your prayer, so it could be that bill, it could be that car, that place, whatever the case may be, God's going to double that. God's going to give you more of that because you was patiently waiting for those things. So prepare for this. Know if you ain't got it yet, it's because you're not ready yet, or it's not ready for you. So don't sit there and question God or rush him, because this is like somebody that's like divinely preparing your food. If they rush it too much, it's not going to be cooked all the way done, and you still going to have to wait, because you're not going to have to get be able to eat it. It's going to make you sick if certain things ain't ready like it's supposed to be yet. So I'm trying to tell you, be patient. If you don't got it yet, you ain't supposed to have it yet. You understand? Whether or not that's because of who you around or the person that you expecting it from or just the fact that it's getting prepared for you, be patient, chosen ones. I'm trying to tell you, all right? So prepare for your prayers. They're getting presented. That job you about to get, that love is about to get presented. I'm telling you now, but you going to have to listen when God's telling you to move. You hear me? And some of you chosen ones, I'm telling you, and excuse me because I thought I seen a mosquito. You know I don't like critters like that. Now, I love outside in my elements. I love being outside, especially when I'm talking to y'all. Not only because I'm not taking energy in my house or nothing like that, but also because I pay attention to my surroundings. God speaks through everything. So whatever I see, I make sure I relate to you because that's a confirmation to you, right? But, mosquitoes and shit, lurkers, that's what it is, monitoring spirits. But we already got this. We sending that message to them that they already too late. Your fate's already set. You just waiting for it. It's already being done, all right? So wait, chosen ones. You got this, all right? You may feel like you late the whole time. You not. You may feel that certain things ain't on time, but they are, I promise you. You understand me? So be a positive. But chosen ones, the link's in my bio. If you need me, if you want a coaching session, I got you. If you just want to read in, I got you, all right? The link's in my bio. You can ask me as many questions as you have, but I'm here to serve a confirmation as you, so I don't need you to tell me any of your information. Initially, I always give you the option. I'll relate to you what God has me say to you, and if you have questions afterwards, the floor's open to you, all right? But just know you got this. Do not speak ill on you. Do not speak no doubt on you, because that's what the enemy wants you to do. Don't speak no spells on you. Nothing but positivity. So you may not know how it's going to work out, but it's going to work out. You have to be open to all positions. So God said you about to get that abundance. It could come through that job that you about to get. It can come from that lawsuit. It can come from as far as somebody else giving you that abundance. It can come from as far as you hitting the lottery, so on and so forth. So don't limit you on how God's going to give it to you, because if so-and-so standing here, he's going to make sure the other person walks around and still hands it to you on the low. So be open to receiving it, all right? Chosen ones, I love you. Continue to be great. If you need me, you know how to reach me, all right? Be great.